Back to Mike's Man Cave and welcome back to another van related video. Today I'm upgrading the battery, the main starting battery in my L300 4x4 van, but the exact same thing applies to the two-wheel drive L300 vans. The battery compartment and battery size is exactly the same, and this is what the problem is. The actual battery in those vans is way too small for the van, I believe, and especially as the battery ages, the cold cranking amps seem to get less and the van feels very sluggish to start. This is the actual battery here that was in it. It's not that old, as you can see from the date written on it, and this was feeling a little bit sluggish each time I started it. It didn't seem to have the power to crank over the engine that I would like it to have. So I have taken the original battery out and I got a tape measure and I measured up the battery compartment. So I ended up going to the battery shop, which just happened to have a 25% off sale on at the moment, and I measured up all the different batteries that they had there to get the best compromise for size and power. I wanted a battery that still fitted into the battery compartment nicely without interfering with anything, but I also wanted to increase the cold cranking amps. Now the factory battery's got 330 cold cranking amps, which isn't really a lot. So after doing some homework, I found this battery to be the best compromise. That's it there. The brand is really irrespective. You can use any other brand battery the same size. This is an MF50 size battery. And this battery here is basically the standard size battery for almost all Ford Falcons, 6 cylinders and V8s. So this battery's got 650 cold cranking amps, which is nearly double of the factory L300 battery. And this is sufficient to start big 5.8 litre V8 engines. So it should not have any problem starting the 2.4 litre engine in my L300 four-wheel drive van. And while I was at the shop, I also picked up a brand new hold down bracket for this battery, and this bracket is actually for that battery, and you will see how that fits very shortly. So let's go and have a look at the van, have a look at the battery tray and the battery compartment, and then we'll go about fitting this battery into it. Here we go. It's always awkward to work in these vans because you're working on the inside under the front seats, but this is the battery compartment. So I did measure the width of it and also how deep it is that way, and the battery tray is in there. Hopefully you'll be able to see the battery tray there, and we'll be taking that out and modifying it so that it fits our new battery, our new larger battery. I've also taken out the overflow bottle, which is sitting over there, and that overflow bottle normally sits in here. It just makes it easier to work in there and to get the battery in and out. The battery tray is held in with 10mm bolts, so we will use the small ratchet to take it out. There's the battery tray out of the van. The battery is only that big. It sits right here on this part of the tray. So one battery hold down hooks in there, which we will retain that one, and the other battery hold down hooks in there. We're going to have to change that one. So let's try and fit this battery on here and you will see the difference. So this is pretty much where the battery will be sitting, right there. So we can still use that hole here for the hold down clamp. So there's your battery hold down bracket. Fits perfectly. It's almost like it's made for this battery. So this is the factory fastening side for the battery hold down clamp. And now we need to put something on this side. Now this is the spot where we need to drill a new hole, and then we're going to install this eye bolt so our J bolt can hook into this eye bolt here, right there. There we go, we've got our eye bolt installed. I've also cut a bit of fatigue matting to put in there. I like to put that underneath my batteries. And now we should be able to put the battery on and bolt it down. Job done. The battery is secured to the battery tray, just like the factory battery was. Probably stronger than that actually. And let's bolt the tray back in, put the battery in and test it all out. Now here's the tray bolted back into the van. And let's get the battery in there and hook everything back up. Now in this case I had to shorten this hook up a little bit because it was interfering with where the water bottle, the overflow bottle goes. So I just cut a little bit off that. As you can see, that's the original and that's the one I've cut, and I've put some high zinc paint on there to stop it from rusting. There we go, it's all fitted up. The water bottle, overflow bottle's back in there. The battery fits in there like a factory installation. So it fits in there perfectly. All that's left to do now is hook all the terminals back on and start enjoying the newfound power. So everything's put back together, so let's try and start the car and see if it starts any different. Now that's much better. It kicked over with a lot of authority and power, like it really wanted to start, like it's actually cranking over hard. Much better. I'm very happy with the upgrade so far. And I'm sure over time this will pay for itself 10 times over with reliability and extra starting power, especially in cold conditions or harsher conditions. And as you saw, the battery fitted in there perfectly, and this will pay for itself over and over again as long as you own the car. I like this thing to be reliable, especially when you're going into remote places, so that bigger capacity battery will easily pay for itself the very first time you don't break down. So I think it's a worthwhile upgrade, especially if you're due for a new battery anyway. You might as well put the bigger battery in there. 330 cold cranking amps versus 650. Big difference. Big plus for reliability and starting power, and that's what you want. Now, if you have any questions about anything you saw in today's video, leave your question down below in the comment section, and I will try and answer it to the best of my ability. In the meantime, if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more videos from Mike's Man Cave. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.